Hello and welcome to Hank Games Without Hank. It is the FA Cup, and we are playing Cardiff City. We got a pretty fortunate draw this time. We could have been playing Premier League opposition, but we're playing Cardiff City, which is in the championship with us. I think we have a good shot today, and I'm hoping they have Frimpong on their team. That hurts us, but hopefully we'll be all right. We're starting John Green and John Green up front, and of course we have Leroy Williamson and French the Lana. We've got Rampage and One Size Fits All in defense, and Fat Lucas at the back. Today I'm going to talk about my 5 all-time favorite athletes. It's going to be a little bit of an arbitrary list. I'm probably going to forget people because I'm going to make it up as I go along instead of like, I was not offside. Disagree. All my guys look like they have zombie eyes lately. I'm concerned that my team might be undead. But my all-time 5 favorite athletes. I'm going to start with number 1. I'm just going to say it. It's Steven Gerrard. Why? It's impossible to explain. Like, I literally can't understand Steven Gerrard when he speaks. I'm not sure if he's speaking English or not. But I just love him. He's scored some of the great goals of all time. That goal against Olympiacos in the 2005 Champions League, one of the great goals of all time. I mean, the thing is, sometimes Steven Gerrard scores goals from like 75 yards away that are just pure power, and there's something really, I don't know. Plus, he's handsome. Anyway, he's my all-time favorite player of anything ever. I can't explain why. He just is. He's the great Steven Gerrard. He's the captain. Like, he captures what it is to be the captain of Liverpool better than anyone. Please pass the ball, John Green. Why did you pass in the wrong direction? Oh, devastation for Swindon Town. Should have been an easy goal, but manager John Green pressed the wrong button. Oh, at least we have a corner kick here. No, we don't even have a corner kick. We don't even get to experience the wonder that is One Size Fits All. Although we did just head that ball. Second all-time favorite, I mean, One Size Fits All is one of my favorite all-time athletes for sure, but I'm going to go to a different... Ooh, that was nervous. You could tell Fat Lucas was anxious there. Remember, the FA Cup is a... Oh, no. Why did I do that? The FA Cup is a competition, and if you lose, you are out. You do not get to play in the FA Cup anymore if you lose one game. And, of course, we cannot afford to lose one game because we must get back to the final where we will avenge our terrible loss to Manchester United, which you no doubt remember from last season. Devastation. It was horrible. We lost in extra time. I don't even want to talk about it. I had a ball off the goal. I don't want to talk about it. So, off the post, I mean. So, anyway, second all-time favorite player. Hold on. We might score here. We got a breakaway. Oh, he can't finish. Oh, that was Leroy Williamson. He scores occasionally. I'm sorry. I'm not focusing enough on my commentary. I know you guys don't come here for the actual gameplay. God knows it's terrible. Leroy Williamson really should have finished there. So, second all-time favorite player. When I was, you have to remember how old I am in answering this because none of you will know who this is except maybe as an NFL analyst. Second all-time favorite player, Doug Flutie, former quarterback of the Boston College Golden Eagles. Draw ball, John Green, other John Green. We are ahead in the FA Cup. Yes, yes, yes. John Green's balled another John Greens. They love each other and they love our team. Yes, great goal, great goal. Both John Greens involved, as they should be. People in my office are laughing at me. Yeah. All right, sorry. It's not my fault that it's such a beautiful thing when a John Green meets another John Green, they fall in love and work together on the same team to make magic happen. That's not my fault. And look, ball John Green with a breakaway. He's just pure power, but he doesn't finish. I'll tell you what, ball John Green before his injury, I know I say this a lot, but it's true, finishes 10 times out of 10. Doug Flutie, quarterback of the Boston College Golden Eagles, one of the great moments in college football history, 1984, the thing that made me a sports fan. My dad went to Boston College, and we're watching a game where Doug Flutie is the quarterback. He's like 5'4" tall. You know, he's not built like a quarterback. Everybody tells him that he's not going to be able to play in the NFL. Everyone told him he wouldn't be able to play Division I football. But there he is, the quarterback of Boston College. They're down 4. Oh, aye. They're down 4 with 6 seconds remaining. He throws a 62-yard pass to his roommate and best friend, Gerard Phelan, winning the game. One of the great moments in college football history, frequently on ESPN Classic as like the game of the century, which it really was. I was like 6 or 7 years old when I watched that game, and I thought that they were all going to be like that. You know, I thought that the magic of that game was always going to be there. I was literally crying when that last, because I was so sad, and my dad was bummed out when that last when that last pass went up in the air, I was crying because I was sad because it wasn't fair that Miami was going to win and Boston College was going to lose, and then Phelan caught that ball, and my dad threw me up, and I almost hit the ceiling fan, and I just had this intense feeling of joy that everything in life made sense, and that there was justice in the world, and my dad was so happy, and that's it. Then I was forever after a sports fan. So I got to thank Doug Flutie for that. So I'm going to say Doug Flutie, also one of my top 5 favorite athletes. Plus, Doug Flutie, awesome guy. He had a cereal, Flutie Flakes, and all the proceeds went to benefit charity. And he's just a class act all around. Is that the end of the first half? It is. It is. Pretty strong performance. We're up 1-0 thanks to a goal from our friend John Green. Let's see it again. No, that wasn't our moment of glory. Here it is. Here it is. Oh, look at that layoff, and then you can't get back. You're not going to be able to get back. When you've got 2 John Greens up front, there's just nothing you can do if you're a keeper. So, Frimpong's had a good game so far. All right. They're bringing in another striker. I can feel it because they really want to win the FA Cup. And who doesn't? It's a big competition. Okay, third all-time favorite athlete, Dirk Kuyt, another Liverpool player, and a stalwart for the Dutch national team. I'm, of course, a huge fan of the Dutch national team. I like the American national team, too, because I'm American, but I've always loved the way the Dutch play soccer. And, other John Green pushes it wide. Dirk Kuyt is my favorite player on the Dutch national team right now, and I seriously think that if he'd started in the World Cup final, the Netherlands would have won. He's not the best player. That's part of why I love him. He's not the most talented guy, but he is the guy who never stops running, who never gives up. He's full of hustle. He's relentless. He's all heart and loyalty, and those are the things that I really value in a player if I like them. So he's one of my favorite players, and I'm always happy when he scores. And it makes me kind of sad when the Liverpool supporters sing about how ugly he is, because I think he's kind of handsome, in a way. Oh, look at that mustache. Just look at it. Appreciate it. Enjoy it. So anyway, I'm a big fan of Dirk Kuyt. Definitely on the list. I'm going to have to pick another Dutchman for number 4, and that is Johan Cruyff, without whom I probably wouldn't even be a soccer fan, and certainly soccer would be less of a game. Johan Cruyff, who is like one of the most quotable people in the history of football, who once famously said that every disadvantage has its advantage. He's like the Yogi Berra of soccer. Just really quotable, smart guy. And he was sort of the person who, more than any other, invented the idea of total soccer. Speaking of total soccer, I can't believe we totally didn't score there. And he made Ajax just a legendary team, great Dutch club, and he was just great. And he cared about playing beautifully in addition to winning. And that's something that that I think has been lost a little bit in the age of Jose Mourinho. Those of you who don't care about football are like incredibly bored right now. My last pick. I have one more. Hey, Marina. Marina's here. Do you want to come say hi? You have to get really close to the mic if you want to say hi. I know. Well, that's rain. Look at you might see a goal here. Oh, so close. Yeah, how's it going? I'll have a little chocolate cake, thanks. We got a birthday in the office today. It's Noah's birthday, so I got a free kick here. This player's named Rampage. He's a ginger. Oh, not the best free kick I've ever seen. So I was talking about my 5 favorite athletes. Who's your all-time favorite athlete? Do you have a pick? Panic, 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 panic. Oh, one size fits all saves us. Mary Lou Retton, good choice. Is that not a fantastic nickname, one size fits all? I mean, is that like one of the great nicknames of all time? There's a real player. That's his real name. Ball John Green, goal! Yes! All right, Ball John Green with a beautiful goal, sealing the win in the 80th minute. That's my friend Marina Waters, by the way. Wow, sealing the goal in the 80th minute with a beautiful, beautiful goal. She is married to Chris, who you met in a previous episode of Hank Games, if you've watched all of these. Wow. Gotta love Ball John Green. That means that both John Greens have now scored. All that's left is Leroy. Whoa, dispossessed. Um, okay, so I have to pick my fifth favorite athlete. I'm going to go with Martina Navratilova for my fifth choice. I think Martina Navratilova is a class act, an incredibly good tennis player, and a really fascinating individual, which is something I really like when it comes to, like, if I'm going to look up to someone who's good at a sport, they have to be kind of a, like, nerdy, intellectual. And Martina, I wouldn't say Martina Navratilova is an intellectual exactly, but there's something really like endlessly fascinating about her. I can listen to her talk all day. There was an interesting documentary about her and her relationship with Chris Everett Lloyd, and oh, what a great goal! No, it didn't go in, but I mean, still, what a fantastic play from the boys. I'd like to see more of that and less of everything else because that was great stuff. Leroy Williamson refusing to be dispossessed, desperate to score. He does score occasionally, but not that often. No! Oh, God, we were all dreaming of Leroy Williamson scoring, but he didn't pull it off. So, but it does look like we're going to move forward in the FA Cup, which is huge, huge for the club. Financially, it's huge. I mean, I think it's $500,000. So that's going to be great for our transfer budget next season, which is going to be a particularly big deal. Oh, ball John Green with a goal. Yes. 90th minute, 3-0. A convincing win from the Swoodley Poopers and goals from John Green, and of course a third goal from John Green. Great stuff. But I love Martina Navratilova. I think she's a fascinating person. Great advocate. Great advocate for tennis, for women athletes. I just really admire the hell out of her. So I'm going to pick her. Chris Everett, on the other hand, seemed like really self-involved in that documentary. I hope she's not watching. If you are, I'm sorry, Chris Everett. Although, congratulations on making it through 12 minutes of Hank games. Thanks for watching. We won. We get to move on in the FA Cup. We are overjoyed. Our opponents smell their pits in shame. Best wishes.